pretty block. What color is that block? Look at this letter. What shape is this? It's not my hill to die on, and I just choose not to. I'm doing nothing. Hey there, and welcome if you are new. Welcome back if you are not. My name is Brittany, and we are doing our final video, kind of, for homeschool curriculum. I say kind of because in a couple of weeks I will also have a video coming out about all of our readers that I am assigning and all of our read alouds. But as far as like core curriculum, this is the last one. So this is going to be a kind of combined video, and it'll make sense why in just a minute, of my upcoming kindergartner and upcoming year one preschooler. So kindergarten and preschool, I am very relaxed on. My goal for my kindergartner is for her to be progressing in her reading and be at a point that she is at the very least mostly reading. I do not expect proficiency by the end of kindergarten. My other two children have taught me that it clicks when it clicks for each kid at different times. And so my ideal and my hope is that we will be working our way toward proficiency, but my expectation is not that we will be there. So she, at this point, she does know all of her letters. She knows all of the letter sounds. She can put together a couple of shorter, we've a couple of shorter words, 2, sometimes 3-letter words. We've been kind of trying reading here and there. I take the same approach to reading as I do potty training, is that you try it for a little bit, and if it doesn't take, you stop completely and just go back to what you were doing before. So with reading, it's just a lot of reading together and being exposed to words, being exposed to letters and letter sounds, and then you try again in a couple of months, and if it still doesn't click within a week, then we are going to get out of it, and then until you get to kindergarten, and then you start pushing maybe a little harder. But before then, it's fully interest led. I do not push it. So with her level of interest, that's where we've landed with her reading, is that she is pretty solid on those areas. But we are moving fully into reading, and we are starting with the Phonics Pathways. Hello from future Brittany. So we just started the Phonics Pathways, and very quickly realized that it did not work out very well, and so instead I pulled this off the shelf. I've actually ordered a new one for Kaylin. I was not a fan of the way that the Phonics Pathways was set up, and it just felt, if anything has too many moving pieces, I'm not going to do it. And so this is very simplistic in the methodology, and it's also just everything's in the book. And so, but clearly Callum's already marked all of this one up, and so I've ordered a new one. So Kaylin, instead of doing Phonics Pathways, has already started the reading lesson and is absolutely loving it. She went through one whole lesson in a day. If you've never done the reading lesson, it's 20 lessons, but normally each lesson takes about 10 to 20 days, depending on how old your child is. And so she went through the first lesson in one day because she already knew a lot of it and she's really excited about it. So we're gonna just go through this reading lesson. The reading lesson, it worked really well with my second child, and so that's what she's gonna be doing instead. So for a baseline curriculum, because sometimes Kaylin surprises me and she likes coloring, and she likes just very simplistic things as far as worksheets and stuff. So I've got the kindergarten 2 from CLE, and so this goes over a lot of like letters, just reviewing letter sounds, and making the letter shapes and identifying what starts with what. And we've got some numbers that we're working on. We're working on shaping our numbers and counting, things like that. Okay, and I also snagged this, and this might be a little bit of overkill now that I'm thinking about it, because we do have this is a full kindergarten curriculum. And so, but I figured if we wanted to stretch this out, because really kindergarten 2 is only about 6 months worth of curriculum. And so if we wanted to stretch that out and have her do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we would have this handwriting book from Zaner Blouser to do on the other 2 days, just to really working on letter formation. I am not familiar. I've heard of Zaner Blouser, but I have not actually used their curriculum. This will be our first time actually using their curriculum. And so I cannot speak to whether or not I like it, because this is our first year using it. So I will report back next year if I like it. I think Kaylin will really like it because it's very pretty, very colorful. And Kaylin loves all things colorful. She's very girly. And that's all that I have for Kaylin. There's literally these 3 things. She is going to be sitting with her brother for the devotional time. I did get this for him, this Where Faith Grows from Master Books, and she is going to be sitting with him, listening and doing some of the activities. Like, she would like this, like circle the children that are waiting patiently. And so she could circle, you know, she likes that kind of stuff. So I'd make copies of it for the sake of both do it. And she likes that kind of stuff. And I think that's pretty much the extent of what I do for kindergarten. I try to keep it very simple, not longer than an hour worth of sit down work. And that's it. Now, you can probably guess where I'm going with this with my, my little upcoming 3-year-olds. I'm doing nothing. But that's not true. I am doing how I approach preschool, and I've kind of mentioned it, is very as they're interested. Kids, I have found, are naturally just very curious. And so they will pick up on everything. And so we'll just sit there and we'll just talk. We go over our color. How we go over colors is like, okay, well, what color is this? Oh, this is a pretty block. What color is that block? Look at this letter. What shape is this? Or what letter is this? What sound does it make? What shape is this, you know, object that I'm holding right here? Like, you know, that's pretty much how we do preschool. Once again, very organic, very much just, you know, learning through life and how all of that happens. And so, that is what I'm going to be doing with her. I do not believe in giving preschoolers pencils and stuff like that and learning pencil grip at that age. She'll be doing a lot of coloring. She'll be doing a lot of just magnetiles and like Play-Doh kind of stuff, working with kinetic sand, a lot of stuff to just work those fine motor skills. That's what I do for preschool. And I will probably be doing a lot of the same thing with Kaylin. I don't push, even though I have the extra handwriting and stuff, I don't push a ton of handwriting in kindergarten. And even in 1st grade, if my kids start seeming like fatigued in their handwriting, I don't push it too hard. I just let them take a step back and like, you can write this portion for math. You do all of this writing, I'll do this writing. You just tell me the answers. And now once they get into 2nd grade, I push a little harder, but I don't think that it's absolutely necessary to have mastered your pencil grip by the time you're 6 years old. It's not my hill to die on, and I just choose not to. But that is it. That is all I have for these 2. I still managed to talk forever because I am very skilled at that. Like I said, I will have another video coming out that is going to be our readers and our read alouds. I think I will also add into that what our morning basket is going to be. I am toying with the idea of doing an afternoon basket instead of a morning basket. Ever since we got set up our garden and we got our chickens, our mornings are just jam-packed with stuff we have to get done first thing in the morning, and really we just don't have time to do a morning basket. So I think I'm toying with the idea of doing an afternoon basket instead of a morning basket. That was a little bit of a tidbit there for you. So I will have a video coming out with those 3 things, with the readers, read alouds, and our morning basket for the fall, on what that's going to look like. If you like this video, please, I hope you will consider sticking around and subscribing. I do a lot of home related content, and so homemaking, homeschooling, and gardening, chickens, all of that stuff. So if any of that is of interest to you, I would love to have you stick around with me. With all that being said, I am gonna go put all of this away, and yeah, so until next time, bye.